morning, wet shavers, coffee lovers, and podcast listeners everywhere. It's Mark with GeorgeToon.com. It's time for another second cup. So grab a cup of coffee, kick back, relax, put in those earbuds, adjust that speaker volume, and let's talk some wet shaving and a few other things in podcast form. What is Second Cup? Well, Second Cup is a podcast that will give you some additional information that didn't make the Monday morning mailbag deadline. This might be something that is time sensitive. For instance, a sale that could be ending before the next Monday morning mailbag hits the airwaves, or a piece of late-breaking information that viewers have passed along that is equally time sensitive, or something else regarding the wet shaving world that needs to be broadcast in a timely fashion. And we'll also have some time to chit-chat and discuss some other things like coffee, movies, shows that are streaming online, and books, and that sort of thing. So thanks for tuning in to Second Cup. And I hope you subscribe to the podcast, where you can also find episodes of the Monday Morning Mailbag in podcast form. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. We'll get the show underway in just a moment. Thanks for joining me. Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the May 11th, 2026 episode of Second Cup. Great to be with you this morning. I hope everything's going well for you. Happy belated Mother's Day to all the moms out there. I hope you had a great Mother's Day celebration yesterday with your mom, your grandmom, your wife, that sort of thing. A wonderful day. I got together with my brother Tom and his wife Lori, wishing my sister-in-law, Lori, a very, very happy Mother's Day. We got together, a really, really nice time just hanging out. And we went to Longhorn Steakhouse. Oh, my gosh. Man, oh, man, what a great meal I got. It was terrific. Okay, if you ever go to Longhorn, here, this is just me, but if you're looking for a good steak, the New York strip steak done medium, with the Parmesan crusted topping and a loaded baked potato. And I also had some broccoli smothered in their four cheese on the side. My gosh, what a great meal that was. That was terrific. And really enjoyed that. It was great to get together with my brother Tom, his wife Lori, their daughter Bryn, and we all had a great time just kind of talking and catching up, and really just a really wonderful, wonderful time. A really nice Mother's Day celebration yesterday, and really enjoyed myself. So yeah, Longhorn Steakhouse. If you got one in your neck of the woods, I highly recommend the New York strip with the Parmesan crust. Have it done medium and get that stuffed baked potato. Man, oh man, was that a good meal. Man, that'll hold you over for a week or two, let me tell you. So great to be with you this morning. Hey, we are enjoying once more, right there's the Keurig cup, Kirkland's Summit Roast. We got these from Costco, and again, I got a lot of them, and we're using our beautiful Sterling coffee mug that came to the channel courtesy of the late, great Mark Bagwell. A really, really beautiful coffee mug, and terrific coffee in there this morning. Hang on, let me get another sip. Oh yeah, that's marvelous. Wow, that's really, really good. And I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. Great to be with you. Finally, the sun is out. It's getting a little warmer. We've been having some cooler weather for the last week and rain and all that kind of stuff. So it's finally nice to get out of those gray doldrums and get some sunshine and some warmer temps, even though it's not like 65, 70 degrees. It's getting into the upper 50s and warmer weather right around the corner. So I'm looking forward to that. So how are you this morning? As a matter of fact, before I forget, the reason why we're using the Sterling coffee mug is because Nate Jackson sent along an announcement from Sterling that will help your wallet. And a big, big thank you to Nate Jackson for that. Nate, thank you very, very much. And we've got some other odds and ends we want to go over. And looking forward to discussing those with you. One other bit of housekeeping here. At the time I'm recording this, we have not yet heard from our Copper Crown giveaway winner, and that would be Matt Anderson 2020. So, Matt, if you are listening to this, please know that you won the Copper Crown giveaway, and we want to send you your prize. Now, I believe the deadline is May 20th. You have until May 20th to get a hold of us, but if you're listening to this right now, please email me at mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com. Provide your shipping address, and we'll get that prize sent off to you. Once more, if you know Matt Anderson, please give him a heads up. Say, hey, Matt, you won the Copper Crown giveaway, and let him know so he can email us at mondaymailbag@gmail.com so we can send him his prize. Again, the deadline to claim the prize is May 20th, 2026. And if we don't hear from our winner by then, it'll be forfeited, and we will select a new winner. So, Matt, I sure hope you're within the sound of my voice, and will drop us an email at mondaymailbag@gmail.com with your address, with your mailing shipping address, and we'll send this to you immediately. So congratulations again, Matt. We haven't heard from him yet. I've been checking my email periodically, and nothing yet. So hopefully we will hear from him soon. I'll keep monitoring the situation and looking forward to hearing from Matt Anderson 2020, our Copper Crown giveaway winner. Matt, hope to hear from you soon. Well, how are you this morning? Once again, thanks so much for joining me this morning. I really do appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. I hope the weather is very, very agreeable. You've got sunny skies, blue skies, nice warm temperatures, and you're getting ready to go this Monday morning on with the week and the work week. And I hope you're just feeling very, very up and positive and invigorated and getting ready to start the day and start the week. And thanks so much for joining me on the Monday Morning Mailbags Part 2, Second Cup. We cover some of the items that came in after the deadline, after we completed the Monday Morning Mailbag, and we like to kind of give a quick update to some of the things that we might have missed. And a lot of viewers out there do a great job at sending along those tips and tricks and some late word on sales and discounts and that sort of thing. So my thanks to everyone out there for contributing to Second Cup and making it a really, really wonderful, wonderful podcast. Okay. Hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. Thanks so much for tuning in. Let's pay a few bills and we'll get the show underway in just a moment. As we mentioned earlier in the opening, Nate Jackson sent this along regarding a really nice sale going on at Sterling Soap Company right now. And Nate forwarded this email alert to the channel. And the headline is, or the email subject heading is, Sale, 50% off all remaining post-shave balms. Now, here's what the folks at Sterling have to say. Post-shave balm update. Emulsions such as lotions, body butters, and balms are a tricky business. They are finicky products, and the slightest change can have a major effect on the finished product. Unbeknownst to us, the supplier of one of the emulsifiers used in our post-shave balms switched manufacturers of said emulsifier. The product safety data sheet was the same, however, the final product was thicker than the balms we have been making for years. The balms are still perfectly fine for use and work well. However, they are not the product you have come to expect from us. As such, all remaining balms made with this emulsifier are 50% off until the end of next week or until sold out. After this, balms will be off the website until we can remake them in a fashion that is consistent what you have come to expect from us over the past 14 years. If you have received a post-shave balm in the past 6 months that you feel is thicker than what it should have been, please reach out to us, no questions asked, and we will send you a store credit for 50% of the purchase price of the balms you have purchased that were affected by this issue. If you have placed an order for a post-shave balm in the last 30 days, don't worry. We are going to email you and you will automatically receive a credit for the balms you have purchased. We are extremely sorry for any issues this may have caused. As we have said, the balms work perfectly fine. They are just different from what our balms are known to be. Thank you for your business and your support. And that comes from Rod and Mandy at Sterling Soap Company. How about that? Now, all you got to do is get up to their website. And I'm going to give you the page right now because all their balms, I'm looking on the product page right now, all the balms are 50% off. Every single one on this page is 50% off. Here's the address, www.sterlingsoap.com/collections/post-shave-balm. That's where you go. www.sterlingsoap.com/collections/post-shave-balm, and that'll take you right to their sale page where everything is 50% off. And I'm looking at this page and it's completely loaded. I mean, here's Vanilla Sandalwood, here is Triumph, here is Sterling Gentleman, here is Sterling Clubman. Oh, that's a good one. That's a great one to get. Here's here's Sharp Dressed Man, Sandalwood, Sandpiper. My gosh, they got some really Ramblin' Man, Piacenza, Ozark Mountain. They've got margaritas in the Arctic. Wow, Mediterranean Man. Yeah, so it looks like Orange Chill. So it looks like they are going fast. So hopefully by the time you hear this, there will be some stock up there remaining. And if you have a favorite Sterling shave soap and you'd like to get a balm for it, maybe it's one of these balms that is up there on sale, 50% off right now. So get on up to Sterling Soap Company, 50% off all their remaining post-shave balms. They work perfectly fine. It's just that they might be a little bit thicker than what you're used to. But regardless, they make a great product. And personally, I'm not sure if any of my balms fall into this category, but I love their balms. A little goes a long way, and they make a great product. And bravo and kudos to them for explaining this all to the wet shaving community. They really are terrific people. Really a tip of the hat to Rod and Mandy. And a big thank you again to Nate Jackson for the heads up on this. If it were not for Nate, I don't think we would be talking about it on Second Cup today. So Nate, thanks again very much. We received this from viewer David Dart. And the subject heading is 7 razor brands to avoid. And David writes, Mark, good morning. I just watched a YouTube video called 7 Razor Brands to Avoid at All Costs. It really explains why DE razors are the way to go. What I really found interesting was that they claim that Dorco makes close to 50% of all blades under other names. It's a really good video that I would recommend watching. Might be a good topic for the 3MB. Have a wonderful day and a smooth shave. And that's from David Dart. David, thank you very much. Wishing you smooth shaves as well. And I checked out this video. It's very informative. And I'm going to play a little bit of it here. Some of the information that it reveals. And you can kind of get a flavor of what this is. All you have to do is look for 7 razor brands to avoid at all costs in YouTube, and it'll come right up. Here, check out what they have to say here about cartridge razors. Now, I'm going to read from the transcript because I'm not sure I can rebroadcast the video even in the audio-only format, but I think I can get around it by just reading the transcript. Here's what they have to say. The Fusion 5 launched in 2006 with one promise: more blades equals a better shave. The promise was a lie. Dermatologists have been saying so for decades. The American Academy of Dermatology has published findings that 2 blades produce the optimal shave. 3 or more blades cause something called hysteresis. The first blade lifts the hair. The second cuts it. Every blade after that drags the follicle below the skin surface and snips it underneath. That below skin cut is what causes ingrown hairs, razor bumps, and follicle scarring. The 5-blade configuration was never engineered for a better shave. It was engineered for a longer patent. Each new blade count let Gillette extend its patent portfolio for another decade. The cartridges retail at about $4 each. The actual manufacturing cost is under 30 cents. Look at the orange lubricant strip, BHT, polyethylene glycol, vitamin E acetate, petroleum-derived chemicals dragging across your skin every shave. BHT is restricted in cosmetics across the European Union, legal in the United States. Translation, the strip turning blue is not a quality indicator. It is a chemical release signal designed to trigger replacement. Men shaving with Fusion 5 for years developing chronic razor bumps along the jaw and neck. The razor is the cause, not your skin, not your technique. The blade count is creating the problem. Your skin has been trying to heal for years. If the dominant brand built the lie, the disruptor that promised to break the cycle did the same thing in a hipster rapper kind of approach, as they go on to say here, and they're talking about Harry's, which is selling the same kind of cartridge razor. So that's just a little bit of this 22-minute video that is very, very informative. And again, it makes a great case for using single razor blades in DE razors. And it also goes into the history of the original Gillette safety razor made by King C. Gillette, and that economic model, and so on. A lot of great history there. And that patent, extending the patent, just because they added a blade to the cartridge head, they got to extend that patent. Wow, that's a marketing genius there when you think about it. But then again, from what this video is saying, more blades does not equal a better shave. This is why many of us just love using a safety razor with one single blade in there. And of course, if you've listened to this channel, you've listened to Second Cup, you've listened to Monday Morning Mailbag, I'm not totally against cartridge razors. I think they have their place. But along the lines of what this video is saying, my preference is about 3 blades or less. 2 blades is good, 1 blade is ideal for a cartridge razor, and we have talked about those specific kind of cartridge razors out there that are single bladed. And again, the reason why we talk about them is because of TSA guidelines. You can throw them into your DOP kit for your carry-on and get them onto a plane that way and get a fairly good shave. And again, my rule of thumb is if it's 3 or fewer blades, that's something within my wheelhouse that won't end up irritating my skin or anything like that. Well, anyhow, again, the name of the video is 7 Razor Brands to Avoid. It's about 22 minutes long, has a lot of great information in there. And a big, big thank you to David Dart for passing along to the channel. Give it a look, especially if you shave with a cartridge razor. And this might give you a good reason to try a DE razor. And again, if you decide to switch from a cartridge razor to a DE razor, remember, when you're using a DE razor, 30 degrees, a light touch, let the razor do all the work. Gentlemen, do not press down on a safety razor as you may have been doing with a cartridge razor. Try to get rid of that muscle memory of pressing down. You don't need to do that with a safety razor. A light touch is all you need. So again, David Dart, thanks very, very much for passing this along to the Second Cup broadcast here so we can inform all the listeners out there. 7 brands to avoid, a YouTube video. It's up there right now. Thanks again, David, and give it a look. Now, do you love Florida water? I love Florida water. I think it's a great aftershave splash. And by the way, a bottle of Florida water is included in our Artisan and Engineer giveaway going on right now. So make sure to get up to the channel and look for the Artisan and Engineer giveaway. Boy, that's a terrific prize package, the heart of which comes from artisan David Laird. David, thank you again very, very much. Folks, give it a look, the Artisan and Engineer giveaway. And again, part of that package is a bottle of Florida water. Well, this is from Phoenix Shaving, and they write, for fans of Florida water, this one's for you. Here are the scent notes: orange, neroli, lemon, clove, lavender, and woody. There are countless interpretations of Florida water, much like bay rum or sandalwood, each maker with their own spin. But when most folks hear the name, they picture that unmistakable historic bottle from Murray and Landman. That's the one we're riffing on today. Agua Dulce, Spanish for sweet water, pays homage to the mythic roots of Florida water, namely the legendary fountain of youth. This fragrance blends old world refinement with the raw, bright energy of the new world. Like the fabled waters it references, Agua Dulce is meant to rejuvenate and refresh morning to night. Florida water has always carried a strange, nostalgic charm. Maybe you remember a glass bottle on your grandparents' dresser, ever present, rarely used, the cryptic label, a scent you instantly recognize even if you never really studied it. That's how I remember it too. And like any good myth, everyone remembers it a little differently. Some catch orange blossoms. Others swear they smell Coca-Cola, juicy fruit, or cracked pepper. Florida water is a fragrance that is part of the American story. In the 19th century, perfumery was still considered a luxury, mostly worn by European aristocrats. In the young United States, fragrances were rare and typically reserved for the very wealthy. But Florida water was different, light, bright, and accessible. It quickly became a staple, especially in the humid South and out on the western frontier. Picture settlers in covered wagons leaving behind Missouri, Virginia, or Pennsylvania, bringing along a cherished bottle to help them stay fresh on the dusty trails of Arizona, Texas, or New Mexico. A practical luxury for both men and women, it was the kind of cologne you'd splash on to cool off, cut through the summer heat, and feel just a little more human. Agua Dulce channels that legacy, familiar, mysterious, and undeniably refreshing, and maybe a little mojo too. Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, that's a little bit of it. I'll let you get up to the product page to read the entire script on Agua Dulce from Phoenix Shaving. Give it a look. If you love Florida water like I do, you're going to love this scent from Phoenix Shaving, an homage to Florida water, Agua Dulce. Give it a look. We also have a back-in-stock alert from Phoenix Shaving, and they write, once again, a real crowd pleaser returns, the twist-adjustable Ascension double open comb razor. Most razors just shave. The Ascension throws you in a sack, brings you back to its spacecraft, then blasts you off to another world. A shave new world. Seriously, this is exactly what happens every shave. Our aluminum Ascension doesn't behave like your average safety razor. The moment you pick it up, you know something unusual is going on. It's light but solid, precise but alive in the hand. CNC machine from 7075 aluminum, the same grade trusted in aviation, the Ascension was built with tolerances so tight the blade practically feels fused into place. No chatter, no wiggle, just a clean, steady edge waiting for launch. Then comes the twist, literally. Unlike traditional adjustables with stiff clicks and preset stops, the Ascension works on intuition. The subtle turn of the handle changes the blade angle and feel on the fly, Jedi style. Somewhere within that small range is a setting that feels custom built for your face alone. And the real strange science happens in the double open comb design. The top cap channels lather and water as you shave, redistributing slickness ahead of the blade like some tiny self-lubricating machine from another dimension. It glides, buffs, happily hums across the skin with a smoothness that feels just slightly unnatural in the best possible way. Then there's the bomb tip handle. 3.5 inches of balance, grip, and control. The so-called pinky throttle changes the way the razor pivots in the hand, giving you an almost surgical sense of movement once muscle memory kicks in. Sounds ridiculous until you try it. Then suddenly it makes perfect sense. Say it with me. Pinky throttle. So it sounds like a great razor. We have the burnt orange edition of this CNC Ascension twist adjustable double open comb razor. And that's aluminum as well. And boy, I love that razor. It's great. It's lightweight, it's maneuverable, and that razor head really does respond. You give it a little bit of a twist and you change that blade gap ever so slightly and you've got a completely different shave. It really is great. It really is wonderful. My approach to adjusting it is 1/4 of a turn will open it up a lot for my face and skin, giving me a really nice shave with a lot of growl for say 2 to 3 days worth of beard growth. If I snug it all the way up and I go maybe I don't know, 1/8 of a turn, that's a nice efficiency level. A 1/16 of a turn opens it up a little bit, and snugged up all the way, it's just beautifully mild and efficient. So that's kind of how I do it. And I really love how these Ascension razors work with that adjustable handle. It really is a terrific design. I've been in love with this razor from Phoenix Shaving since I purchased the first one, and I've never looked back. These are great adjustable razors. And again, if you don't want to venture too much into the deep water of adjusting it and opening up that blade gap with the twist of the handle, you can snug it all the way up and get a really wonderful shave at its most mild level. But it really is terrific whether you get it in aluminum or stainless steel or the copper version. Boy, the copper version's great. They all give great shaves, but the aluminum really is a nice razor. And again, I have the burnt orange version, and this one that they have here, really good looking. It's got that great traditional aluminum anodized color, but it's got an electric aqua blue base. Boy, does that really make a nice contrast. So it looks great. So give it a look from Phoenix Shaving, back in stock. The aluminum twist adjustable Ascension double open comb razor with the electric aqua blue base. Give it a look. Now, before I get out of here, I'm going to tell you about an old movie that is becoming a new movie. I know that doesn't make much sense, but hang in there with me. I was perusing YouTube the other day, and this video from May 8th, 2026 by a gentleman named David Addis was very intriguing, and I'm very excited about this project that he has undertaken. Here's what he has to say in the video description. You've probably heard of The Hound of the Baskervilles, but did you know the first big budget version is from 1939? That's quite a long time ago. It's filmed in 4:3 black and white, and the highest quality version I can find is 1080p. So, can I apply some of my recent AI know-how to make a newer, slicker version? Now, what this gentleman, David Addis, is doing, and his last name is spelled capital ADDIS, and the name of the video on his YouTube channel is Remastering an 87-year-old movie with AI. Now, again, what he's doing, he's taking this black and white film from 1939 that was filmed in the 4:3 aspect ratio. He's adding color to it, and he's making it widescreen using current AI technology. Check out this video. It's about, about 11 minutes long? Yeah, about 11 minutes, 27 seconds. And he goes through explaining the process of how he is remastering this movie from 1939 and making a version that you can watch widescreen on your home theater television set. It's really, really amazing. And he says once this is done, he's going to make it available for free on YouTube because he was able to get a public domain copy, and he's using that to improve the image quality, add color, and then he's using AI. Well, he's using AI not only to add color, but he's also using AI to make it widescreen. That is to say that AI is looking at the scene and it's drawing the right-hand side and left-hand side of the frame and adding to that movie scene, and it's seamless. It's amazing. And it really, really is a neat process. So anything that might be out of frame, a prop or a chair or a cabinet or a doorway, all of a sudden is drawn in perfect proportion. And again, he's using AI technology to add color and to expand that frame into widescreen. It's remarkable. It really is remarkable. And he's doing this by himself. He wants to see if he can do it. And he's doing it to learn the technology and to see what the final result will be. And this video is him laying it all out, saying, this is what I'm doing. Here's some clips. I'll show you some clips. Here's where I add color. Here's how I'm giving it a widescreen look. And really, really remarkable. I'm excited for him, and I'm excited to see the final product. And it looks like he's taking great care, doing a lot of research, trying to keep the integrity of the film without ruining, the original look to it. And I'm really excited. I'm really, really excited. I don't think he's asking for any kind of funding or anything like that. He's just doing it all on his own. And yeah, it's really, really neat. And he goes through some of the widescreen quirks and some of the challenges with adding color and that sort of thing. But it really is amazing that someone sitting at a computer can do something like this with AI technology. That is really, really amazing. So I'm really curious to see the final product, and we'll keep you apprised of how this process goes. Now, if you want, get up and watch that original, The Hound of the Baskervilles, starring Basil Rathbone. It's a terrific Sherlock Holmes movie. It really is. And this way, if you watch that in the original black and white, and again, try to get a version where the black and white is very, very pristine and good quality image, because that makes older black and white films all the more enjoyable. And even if you're watching on a large screen TV and you got the black margins on the right and left hand side, once you have a good quality black and white image, it really does pull you in, and you don't notice the black bars on either side of the screen, as long as that image quality is something that I guess you could say recalls the same kind of projection quality that was in those old movie theaters in the darkened rooms, the darkened movie theater, where that black and white really, really stood out because you had all these great contrasts in black and white and all the gray colors of that gray colored rainbow, so to speak. Yeah, that's why some of those movies were so great, because it had that great contrasting black and white image. So if you can find something like that for your big screen TV, your flat screen TV, it'll be all the more enjoyable. And then you can kind of compare it to what this gentleman, David Addis, is doing. So I'm going to sit down and get a copy of The Hound of the Baskervilles from 1939, starring Basil Rathbone, and then I look forward to seeing what Mr. Addis is able to do to make it a colorized widescreen version. So again, get up to YouTube and check out the video called Remastering an 87-Year-Old Movie with AI by David Addis. And that wraps up another Second Cup. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. I sure hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, please share, please subscribe, and pass it along to a fellow wet shaver or friend. My thanks to everyone who commented and contributed to today's show. And I mean this sincerely. Without you, this microphone would be silent. If Second Cup or the Monday Morning Mailbag aren't showing up in your regular podcast feed, please drop me a line at mondaymailbag@gmail.com and we'll try to get it all sorted out. So again, thank you all very much. I look forward to getting together with you again on these podcast airwaves. Until then, enjoy the day, enjoy your shave, and enjoy that second cup.